lesson 13. In it, I will say it's lesson 12, but really, I know this is lesson 13. Okay, we are doing lesson 12. So can you grab your journal and write lesson 12, and can you grab a boogie board? Okay, lesson 12. Look at this. 2n equals 10. Last time we learned that when there's a letter in our problem, we're trying to figure out what that letter means, right? What does that letter represent? We're going to make this side of the equal sign equal this side of the equal sign, right? So this is saying 2 times something. So when there's the number and it's right next to the letter, that means times by. So 2 times something equals 10. 2 times something equals 10. Can you grab your boogie board and write that on there? Okay, I want you to try to figure this out. How can you figure out 2 times by what equals 10? What could we do? Did you find an answer? Did you figure it out? How about we divide, right? What if we divide by 2? Divide by 2. Okay, if we divide this by 2, then we get n. n equals 10 divided by 2. 5. So we divided this side by 2, and that got rid of the 2, and then we were left with n, right? And then n equals 10 divided by 2, so n equals 5. Now we want to make sure that makes sense, right? 2 times by 5, you can write it like that, equals 10. Or 2 times by 5 equals 10. So that's right? When they're right next to each other, it means multiply. So to find out what it is, we would divide. Okay, let's try this one. Grab your boogie board and write 3y equals 9. 3y equals 9. I'm just going to write it on a different piece of paper so I have more space. 3y equals 9. Okay. They're right next to each other, so that means multiply. 3 times something equals 9. How are we going to figure out what that is? Well, let's divide by 3. If we divide by 3, that's going to get rid of this 3, and we just have y. Y will equal 9 divided by 3, so y will equal 3. So y equals 3. Now we see, does that make sense? 3 times 3 equals 9. Yep, it makes sense. Okay, grab your boogie board still. I want you to try this one for me. Can you try 8x equals 24? Okay, try that by yourself. Okay. 8 times by something equals 24. So let's divide each side by 8. Divide this by 8. And then we'll get x equals 24 divided by 8. What does that equal? 3. Now does that make sense? 8 times by 3 equals 24. Yep, it makes sense. Okay, try this one on your boogie board. Ready? 5a equals 25. Okay, try it by yourself. Pause me. Did you get an answer? Okay, so we want this side to equal this side. This is multiplying. So to figure it out, let's divide it. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. This is going to get rid of that 5 right there. So now we have a equals 25 divided by 5, which equals 5. Now we make sure, does that make sense? 5 times 5 equals 25. It makes sense. Okay, try this one on your boogie board. Ready? 6y equals 36. Okay, we know this is multiplying. We know this is multiplying. 6 times by something equals 36. Well, how are we going to figure that out? Let's divide. So we want this side to equal this side. So we're going to divide this by 6. And we're going to divide this by 6. Right? So that they stay the same. If you have 6y divided by 6, you're going to cancel out that 6. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So y equals 6. Does that make sense? 6 times 6 equals 36. It does make sense. Okay. Try these two by yourself. Are you ready? You're going to do 7x equals 14. And you're going to do 3y equals 30. Pause me and do those. Okay, did you figure it out? Okay, 7x. 7 times something equals 14. Let's divide by 7. That's going to get rid of this 7. X equals 14 divided by 7, which is 2. Okay, here we go. 3 times by something equals 30. Let's divide by this 3 to figure it out. It's going to cancel that 3 out. So y equals 10. Okay, now what if we have this? Grab your journal. I want you to write this down in your journal, okay? What if we have this right here? Let's see. I wrote it down. I gotta find it. Okay. What if we have n divided by 4 equals 6? Okay. We're trying to find out what this n is. Pause me, see if you can figure it out. Did you find an answer? Did you figure it out? Something divided by 4 equals 6. How are we going to find that out? We need the something, the big number divided by 4 equals 6. So we have a big number, so let's think about it. What if we multiply these two together? Will that give us our big number? 6 times 4 is 24. So if we have 24 here, divided by 4, it equals 6. So when you have it like that, when you're looking for that big number, we're going to multiply. So now let's write it like this. N divided by 4 equals 6. Now remember, we're making this side equal this side. You remember that? So we're going to times this side by 4. That's going to get rid of that. And we're going to times this side by 4. And then that's going to give us n equals 24. Let's do another one. Okay, let's do, you can do this one on your boogie board or in your journal now. Up to you. X divided by 6 equals 2. X divided by 6 equals 2. Okay, let's think about it. A big number divided by 6 equals 2. Ooh, 2. So let's multiply each side by 6. Times by 6, times by 6. Okay, that's going to be gone. So x equals 2 times 6, which equals 12. Now, does that make sense? 12 divided by 6 equals 2. It does. Okay, let's do another one. Here we go. Let's do n divided by 9 equals 8. Pause me and try this by yourself. Okay, did you get an answer? Something divided by 9 equals 8. So let's times this side by 9 to get rid of that 9. Times this side by 9 because we have to do the same thing because this is equal. And now equals 8 times 9. What's 8 times 9? 72. Does that make sense? 72 divided by 9 equals 8. It does. Makes sense. Okay, I want you to try these two by yourself, okay? So you're going to do, let me see, I gotta get a new piece of paper, sorry. Let's do 81. I just gave you the answer. Never mind. Let's do x, that's funny, divided by 9 equals 6. And let's do y divided by 10 equals 10. Pause me and try those by yourself. Okay, did you get some answers? Let's try it. Okay, you're going to multiply by 9. Multiply by 9. That's going to get rid of that. 6 times 9 is 54. So x equals 54. Does that make sense? 54 divided by 9 equals 6. Yes. Okay. We have y divided by 10 equals 10. This is divided by 10. So what do we need to do? We need to multiply by 10. So then we can cross that out. Multiply that by 10. Y equals 10 times 10, which is 100. Does that make sense? 100 divided by 10 equals 10. That makes sense. Okay, good job. I want you to do these two on your own now. And your answers will be when you check your answers with a buddy, okay? So you're going to do x divided by 6 equals 8. And you're going to do y divided by 12 equals 2. Okay? Try those by yourself. Good luck.